Welcome to another episode of Homework Workouts. Seeing the world differently now. Alright, it's time to get warmed up. We have 3 different movements here. We're going to do some more isolation and specific work in the warm-up. Although we're hitting a very intense full body workout in the end, that's going to focus purely on getting our heart rate through the roof, right? We're going to have Sval and Ben here ready for you guys, starting on a side plank. In that side plank, Sval has ankle, knee, hip, and shoulders all in line. And Ben has exactly the same, but he's starting from the knee to the hip to the shoulder. Now, in this position, they're going to slowly lower their hip to the floor and then extend their hip back up to the ceiling. This is called the hip lift in the side plank. In the actual workout or the warm-up, we do this for 10 reps a side. You guys can just stay on this side only. That is all good. Now, if we stand up from here, we're going to grab our band for the second movement. So let's grab the band. Let's stand on top of the band. Right, let's grab the band and make sure we have tension on it. Let's stand up nice and firm. Arms are going to be long. Now from there, we're going to make a curling movement towards the shoulder with the arm and then all the way back down with the idea of using the biceps to do this. Now, if you look at the elbows, they kind of stay in position throughout the entire movement. And the idea of the hand moving is to make as big of a circle as you possibly can. That's very good. So you can either have the palms facing each other or the palms facing up or the palms turning in the movement. I'm okay with all. We just try to get a good warm-up in here. And we're doing 20 reps here every round, which needed to be unbroken, but you should feel a good pump in the end. Now, what Ben is going to show you is what to do if you have an injury, specifically bicep tendon, shoulder tendon related. You're going to just have the necklace variation here. You're going to have the same, actually exact opposite movement. You're going to start in a 90-degree angle of the elbow. You're going to have the pinkies pointing down, and then you're going to have the pinkies pointing backwards. So you're going to make that tricep extension here. Extending the elbow joint, using the tricep properly, pushing back with it in the end and extending the arm. On the way up, Ben is actually fighting the tension to make sure he doesn't just shoot up there. Great. Now, our third movement is the rear delt raise. So we're going to ditch the band. We're going to grab a set of bottles or a light set of dumbbells or plates if you have those at home as well. You're going to have a soft knees, bend from the hip, lean forward. So your upper body is as parallel to the floor as possible. The arms are straight down. From there, we're going to do this very big reverse flying movement. Here we go. You want to squeeze your shoulder blades together in that end position. And you want to focus on your palms facing downwards in the end, but your hands being as high as you possibly can. Go and make big circles in this movement, and we'll do big sets of 20 during this quality warm-up. Let's get these 3 movements to work. We have 4 minutes of a quality AMRAP. I know that's on the short side, but it has to do with the longer workout we do eventually. You know, in that 4-minute time frame, you want to aim for maybe 2 to 3 very good rounds in there, right? If you want to add an additional minute because you're doing the workout on yourself, you can always do that or add an additional round to it. We have 10 of the hip lifts in side plank per side, starting on the left one for us. And we have 20 of the band curls. If you have the injury, you go for the tricep extension. If you want to do both for an arm pump, you go for it. And then you finish off with the rear delt raise for the back of the shoulders, right? I'm going to set the timer. I have Ben ready, Sval ready, and I hope you are ready as well. We start in 10 seconds. And 3, 2, 1. All right, let's go, guys. So to start with 10 reps here. Do you want to move very fast? No, you want to create some range of motion here. Slowly lower yourself. You don't have to actually rest on the floor. You want to try to gently touch the floor and then drive that hip back up. So it's very hard to push the hip higher than the line of the shoulder and the knee. So you probably end up in a nice and stacked line of the joints. And with stacking the joints, we mean getting them all in a line. When we're standing, for example, and you're standing up straight, you have ankle, knee, hip, and shoulder aligned, which is stacking the joints. Now we're on the side, so we have knee, hip, shoulder for Ben, and ankle, knee, hip, shoulder for Sval. Very good, guys. Upon completion of 10 and 10, it's time to grab the band, stand on the band, and start doing your curls. Get as much tension on the band as you possibly can, with the idea of doing 20 quality reps and get a good pump here. Now, you don't have to be extremely slow here with the bicep curl. You want to get some nice and fast movement in, while maintaining control. I have to be emphasizing that part. You have to have control, even if you move fast. But if you now, after weeks and days of working with an elastic band, you probably know how that works, right? Getting all that tension on the band, it's perfect. Get that good pump in that bicep. Guys, flex the hell out of that thing. That is good. And then guess what? After that, we grab the bottles, we make that beautiful hinge, we let the arms just hang straight down, and we start making that big rear delt fly. So rear delt raise, bend over lateral raise, rear delt fly, reverse fly, hanging reverse pec deck with bottles, whatever you want to call it. We're just hitting the rear delt muscles here. And that extra squeeze of the shoulder blades coming in together, I also like that to feel you're attacking the upper back a tiny bit as well. 20 reps of that. Right, so while Sval and Ben are finishing up their set, they're completing this in around 2 minutes. Like I said, it's probably only 2 rounds what you will do in total. That is all fine. If you want to do a third one, you go for it. For now, see you guys back in a second. Part 2, body control. Sval and Ben are ready. We're going to show you 2 different variations, which we will turn into a 40-second time frame of consecutive quality work. Now guys, first get into a regular plank on long arms, and at home I want you also to go into a regular plank on long arms. Now what you will do is this. You will do a scap push-up. Can you guys do it very slowly? A couple for me, just a couple. You're gonna do a scap push-up by going all the way down with the chest towards the floor, but if you look at the arms, they stay fully extended throughout. And in the top position, can you guys stay in the top? You press your shoulders up as high as you possibly can. Now, in the movement we do today, we just do one of that. So slowly down, slowly up, and then 2 shoulder taps. 1, 2. And again, hold down, and up, and 1, 2. A scap push-up plus a double shoulder tap is the movement that we'll do for 40 seconds. Now, if this is extremely rough for you to do with controlling the motion of the shoulder, I want you to do it from the knees. Instead of start bending the elbows halfway. No. I want you to keep a good plank, maybe then from knee to hip to shoulder, and then still do the scap push-ups plus the shoulder tap, because quality is very important. Let's have a look at movement number 2. Guys, can you go on your back? Now, at home, if you're following us, you go on your back. First thing you do is you're going to plant your feet in the floor like you're doing a glute bridge. So you have your legs bent, you have your toes off, and your heels in. Now from there, what we're going to do is an oblique crunch. So we're going to kind of crunch up and then move the torso sideways in the upper position. Boom. We're going to come back down and we're going to go to the other one. There we go. Now if you look at this, the range of motion is very, very small. But the idea is this. You pull your shoulder blades off the floor, and once they're off, you start rotating to one direction. You come back, and then you pull your shoulder blades off again, and you rotate to the other direction. We alternate the reps, we pull our feet into the floor firmly, and we keep going. Now, where do you hold your head? Or you have your arms next to your head, or whatever. Do not pull on your head, like you saw in old school videos, right? And people doing crunches and all that stuff. Don't pull in your head. Keep your arms there. You don't want to hurt your neck during a crunch. You want to get the abs to work properly. The 2 movements are going to be done the following way. You're going to have 40 seconds of scap push-up with an additional double shoulder tap. 40 seconds straight, pure quality. 20 seconds of rest, and then another 40 seconds of doing the oblique crunch. While we're doing the oblique crunch in the first round, Ben is going to also show you what to do if it becomes too hard to get your shoulder blades off the floor and rotate properly, because we still want to hit the side, so the obliques a bit more than just regular ab work here. Okay? We do that for 6 intervals in total, so that makes 3 rounds. If you guys are ready, I know they are ready because they're here for the video. So we're going to start in the plank, and I'm going to count them down in 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. So 40 seconds, slowly lower, press out. Now often when I see scap push-ups going on, I see lots of people just bending the elbow and not being able to press out properly. Like I said, it's focusing on keeping the elbows locked and really driving your shoulders into the ceiling. Ben, can you go on your knees and continue for me there? Now Ben is going on his knees, he's still doing the same. And you look, he totally changed the plank here by going hip shoulder in line and the knees right under, so we can really focus on the retraction of the scapula and protracting on the way up. Great job. We got a couple more seconds left, guys. You'll hear the beep. And in the beep, you have 20 seconds to switch. Okay, that's the break. Now, 20 seconds. You move onto your back at home as well. Go on your back. Position your feet in that glute bridge stance, so 90-degree angle of the knee. Go on your back, get your hands next to your head, get ready for the oblique crunches. And there'll be 40 seconds alternating the repetitions that you make here, okay? Here we go. Boom. That's good. So first you come up, and then while you come up, you start rotating. I like that. Here we go. So you want to go for somewhere. If it's long, guys, if you feel you can get your shoulder blades off, you can make that turn, I want you to keep going. But if that is impossible, in that case, I want you to look at Ben. He's going to have shoulder blades off the floor, and he's going to just try to just make a little movement to the side here. This is also the function of the obliques that we're trying to tackle. We're trying to attack here. So he's continuously having his shoulder blades off the floor. I think it is also a very rough scaling option, but a very good one to do if you lack the strength in the abdominal muscles to get that crunching movement going. That was 1 round. There's 3 rounds in total. You guys continue and press pause. Today's workout is a very simple goal. It is a 20-minute AMRAP of 4 movements, all in a rep range that should allow you to keep going. And that keep going part is exactly what the intention is of today. There's going to be no breaking whatsoever. Maybe in between the movements, but there are movements that you can actually slow down, so you just keep moving, right? That is the goal. You're going to keep moving for 20 minutes, no breaks. Let's have a look at all 4 of the movements, starting with the first one, that is a push-up for just a simple set of 4. Sval, Ben, start in the plank, give me a couple of push-ups here. Now Ben is immediately scaling this, so you guys at home know what to do to scale. I really need you at home to scale to something you can easily hit for 4. It should never become a strength workout. It should always be conditioning based. That's good, guys. Now, what Ben will show you, and then you can go to a regular plank, Ben, is if pressing hurts, I want you to double the repetitions and do a shoulder tap. And we did those already, so we're going to keep those going. And we're going to do 8 reps instead of the 4 that we would do for the push-up. Here we go. Very good. Now, let's have a look at our second movement. It's going to be the kickback, and we add a tuck jump to the kickback. Now, let's go. So, hands go to the floor. We jump back, jump up, and we add a tuck jump in there. Good. Now, this is going to be a very intense. Harder it will go up. Make sure you keep those knees nice and high, gentlemen. Good job. All right, let's take a quick break. Our first thing we look at is apartment problems or jumping problems whatsoever because of an injury. In that case, we probably have to kind of walk the kickback here, Ben, and then we add the Backstreet Boy in there. So let's do that. And then we alternate. So step, 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 boom, bring it in. Step, 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 other knee, right? Think about dark alleys, angry gentlemen. You hit him with a knee. Boom, there you go. Rest, buddy. So that is a good injury option for you still being able to do that range of motion that we need, and that's going to be very tough, but not having the jump. Now, our third movement is just a basic squat. So guys, just set up your squat stance about shoulder width, toes slightly pointed out. You're going to sit nice and upright, feel our entire foot in the floor. We're going to make nice and deep squat, as upright as you possibly can. Sit your hips and your ankles. Here we go. That's nice. So we have just 12 of these in the workout. Good squats. You guys can rest. And if the knees are a bit iffy, it's an injury coming along there, you don't want to do the squats today in the workout, you go for glute bridges. So heels in the floor, toes slightly off, 90-degree angle of the knee, sink the hips down, squeeze your butt up as hard as you can to extend your hips on the way up, and slowly lower. Keep your hips folded around the belly button while moving through. That is very good. Nice, Benny. Those are good glute bridges. Solid, bro. Now, our fourth and final movement, which we haven't done in a couple of days, is actually our jumping jack. So let's have a look at our classic jumping jack. Here we go. Nice and big circles. Now I'm going to give you this at home. If you're able of doing jump rope stuff in your living room, you can also take a jump rope and do this for double unders or single unders. Whatever feels good for you is the thing that you do here. Nice, guys. You can stop this magic. That's good. Now Ben will show you injury scaling for no jumping, and that is going through a mountain climber. Let's go. Boom. Going to do 23. And you're allowed to speed this one up a tiny bit. Boom, 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 boom. And should it be 24? No, it is 23 today. Yep, it is 23. 20 minutes. 4 push-ups. 8 kickback tuck jumps. 12 squats. And then 23 jumping jacks. As many rounds and reps as possible in a 20-minute time frame. Okay? Now, very important, you gotta keep moving and you want to pace well from the start. Sval and Ben are gonna attack this workout just like you at home. So let's all start in 10 seconds. Yeah. We start in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. All the way down. Extend the elbows on the way up to get a good lockout in there. Get to hit that tricep right into kickback tuck jumps. Specifically, we chose to do kickbacks instead of burpees because they even go faster. And that's exactly what we need here. Make sure you stay upright with the torso. There's a big tendency to keep leaning forward when you get out of the kickback, and I need you guys to get nice and upright. There we go, that's good. If jumping is an issue, you turn this into the Backstreet Boy. Solid. So I'll going through the squats. So I was going deliberately slow here, which might be smart, knowing how long the workout's gonna be. The squat is actually a good movement to use as a pace horse, so you can still do 12 unbroken reps. You can do them in 24 seconds. You can do them in 10 seconds. So you can use that to slow down the pace and get your heart rate under control. 23 jumping jacks, it's what's up next. And there won't be the minute per round here. So we're gonna probably aim for anywhere around 15 rounds for this one, which would be great. Here we go. Nice, so Sval finished the round. Ben is also finishing a round right now, and that is, let's see, 1 minute 15. That means we're gonna get close to maybe doing 15 rounds of this. I'm not expecting people to really slow down if they're under control from the start of this workout. You guys go enjoy, continue, and press pause.